Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. This is my Darth Vader helmet. Do you like it? I actually purchased this way back in 1980 at Disneyland. I went into the shop and declared, I am your buyer. Wait, just a moment.
Oh, well, yes. I don't know if you could hear me very well there or not, but this is my Darth Vader helmet from 1980. I got this in Disneyland. You probably didn't hear me very clearly there. But this I bought in the shop at Disneyland. I saw it there and I was just like, oh yeah, I am your buyer. I remember thinking to myself, this is big, bulky, and it was, I want to say in 1980 dollars, I think it was 40 bucks, which was a lot back then. Like, doing the conversion, it's probably 150 by today's standards. And ironically, a vintage Darth Vader helmet of this type from this era goes for about 150 bucks today on eBay. So they have never changed in value. This is a Don Post original. Now, I think Don Post made these starting in 1977, I want to say. And this one is a Don Post. I got it in 1980, may have just been sitting on the shelf in Disneyland for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years before I went and picked it up. There's actually a Velcro thing that holds the two pieces together. And inside, I'll show a close-up, but down here it does say Star Wars Masks, copyright 20th Century, Fox Film Corporation, and then the only other designation, like there's no year on it, but it does say Don Post Studios, do not use as a safety helmet. Same thing inside here. I think the only difference is they've got it a little bit more obscure. Yeah, don't use it as a safety helmet, and also Don Post Studios, but no year. So, I'm thinking this may have been sitting in Disneyland for about 3 years, and then I came along with my excited Star Wars fandom going on, and I was just like, oh my god, it's a Darth Vader helmet. How am I going to get that home? I don't even know how I did it, you know. I mean, in these two pieces, this is not too bad to stick in a suitcase. I don't know what I did with that. Maybe you just put a lot of clothes around it or something like that, but it's still here. It's still in great shape. And I just thought, you know, I want to show off Vader because I barely ever talk about the Empire. I've done my large-size Darth Vader action figure and Stormtrooper, but I haven't shown off too much more of the bad guys. So I just thought, well, you might as well do it with the Darth Vader helmet. It's a very cool one. Now, it is clearly, now that I think about it, it is from the first movie. It is 1977. How do I know? Well, again, if we take that piece off, if we look at Vader's mouth, you've got the standard triangle, that's always been there, but this bottom triangle, I don't know if the light is going to, yeah, you can see there, the bottom triangle, which I believe Dave Prowse used to kind of look down where his feet are so he wouldn't trip on stuff. In the first version of Darth Vader's helmet, this was a very small little triangle, and can you make it out there? Yeah, it's pretty small on this one. In The Empire Strikes Back, they widened it to almost the same size as his mouthpiece here. So, this must be a Darth Vader New Hope era design. He's got silvery little tusks, he's got a silver nose, and another weird thing about this helmet that was the case for decades is it's actually diagonal, or it leans a bit. Like it's from what I remember, when Revenge of the Sith was being made, they cast a new Darth Vader helmet for Hayden Christensen to wear, and it was noted at that time that was the first time a symmetrical Darth Vader helmet was ever made, because these ones, the original trilogy ones and all of that stuff, they were handmade. And if you see, I'll take that off again, if I hold up his head here, can you make out that the neck it's a bit, I'll just move out of my way. Can you see that the neck, yeah, it's on a tilt. Like it's got a lean to it here. It's actually, like it sticks up higher here than it does over here. It's an asymmetrical design. The original costume was an asymmetrical, the original helmet was an asymmetrical shape and design. So this one maintains that fully. It's very small. That's a problem. I remember, I mean, for 13-year-old me, it was perfect. It's like, oh my God, this is Darth Vader helmet. And I would put it on and I would walk around the park and I would have a lot of fun. I wore it for a Halloween costume. I didn't do Halloween at the age of 13, but we did have a case once where some kids were coming up to the front door and myself or my cousin would wear this with a black outfit and kind of speak with a booming voice to keep the kids scared and stuff like that. So I was enjoying the Halloween spirit in this helmet. It just wasn't me going out trick-or-treating in it. But I just thought to myself, yes, it fits fine. It fits great. Now, it's a struggle. My God, you should have seen me before the camera rolled. I was sitting there trying to, like, look at that. It won't actually get past my ears. Like, my ears are in the way. It really requires me to squish it around my face. Also, a little bit of a cheat. Because the eyes are see-through, and thank goodness for that so you can walk around, I didn't want you to be able to see my eyeballs right in there, which did actually happen to Dave Prowse. There are pictures and bits of sequences where you can see, I see Dave Prowse's eyes there. What's going on? I think they've corrected that with later versions. They've, like the special editions, they've colored over all that. But my solution just now, so you didn't see my eyes, is I wore a pair of sunglasses underneath. So that, and we've got a full proper Darth Vader. However, the limitation is that it is just clear plastic to see through. Now, this is not the first time I've ever shown my mask on my channel. In fact, this you've seen before. I was using this as a bit of a costume when I was talking for one of my Star Frontiers videos. I was trying to come up with a way to kind of channel a Mad Max kind of a vibe, because I was talking about Bubba's Adventures on Outer Reach, and I had a Mad Max kind of thing with my Outer Reach campaign, and I thought, okay, I was thinking initially of having like a mohawk or something like that, you know, to channel Mad Max, but I was just like, I can't get a mohawk happening with this hair, and I'm not going to buy a fake one. And then I started thinking around, like, what else have I got that's kind of Mad Maxy? And I thought, wait a minute, I can put this helmet on, and it'll be a little bit like, you know, some of the guys riding the motorbikes were in kind of World War II German soldier hats. And I thought, okay, yeah, I'll wear this. So you've actually seen me wear this part before. But I just thought, well, I should probably give it its proper due. This is part of Lord Vader's helmet. And now you get to see it in its proper glory. I keep it on the same shelf as my Dave Prowse autograph that I got from Fan Expo several years ago. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, so rest in peace, Dave Prowse. But it was nice to really get his... Can you see that? Yeah, it was nice to get his autograph finally. And I keep it right with my Darth Vader helmet. So he would be... The spirit of Dave Prowse would be very happy to know he remains with Darth Vader throughout all eternity, at least in this house anyway. But it is very small. I have seen other Darth Vader helmet types on YouTube videos and on stores over all the years, all the collecting and stuff. I know that there are other Darth Vader helmets, and there are ones that are much bigger, like almost too big. There's another one you can get where you've got the face almost completely covers you, and you actually bolt, or there's some sort of a ring that the helmet piece then locks into. And it looks fantastic, and it looks glorious, but it looks really big and heavy. And I just always thought, no, I have a Darth Vader helmet. I'm not going to get another one. And besides, it's got a lot of history for me. It's been around for 45 odd years. And it might be too small, but it fit me at the time. Now, not so much. I think my ears are just barely starting to get the circulation back into them. So that's it for me wearing this helmet. But I wanted to do it again. I thought I haven't talked Star Wars for a while, so here is my Don Post original 1977, I'm sure, Darth Vader helmet. Really, really awesome to have shared it with you guys, and I hope you enjoy that. So, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.